Hey guys, Sandy here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am playing with my pattern paper. We are making with the manufacturers. So you might have noticed that this stack got a little bit thicker. I had to rearrange my paper. I was using some, so I moved Chamel into here since she is under the American Crafts brand, or her collections are. So we got through Dear Lizzie. So after Dear Lizzie, I have Heidi Swap, and I have a decent amount of Heidi Swap, actually. Kind of surprised. So let's pull these out, and we're just gonna flip through them, and we're gonna decide what the heck we are doing. Okay, so I have this one. This is old school. Now I think I'm gonna give this to Lana to color. She's excited. I'm going to give it to Lana to color. So there we go. Did you want to color one too? So I've got these papers from Wolfpack. I also have this from Old School. Now I did have a plan to do this as a 2-page layout, probably this way. But I don't want to do that today, so I'm not going to do that. This one says Weekend Vibes, but it's this Neapolitan over here. This is definitely going to be an ice cream layout. But it looks like I have a lot more Wolfpack. And then I have some Hawthorne. And then that's it, some Hawthorne. Okay, looks like we're playing with Wolfpack today, guys. Let's see what we got going on here. So this has lots of words on it. Probably not going to go with the words, but this polka dot, we could do something with that. This is a map print. Ooh, we're going to be doing a travel page. Okay, so map print and the polka dot for sure. And you guys know, my goal is to use at least 2 pattern papers. I'm going to try to get 3 in here. I don't know what I want. To use. Like, I love... I think I'm going to bring in this striped one. And this one. We'll just use that little strip too. Might as well, right? Like, the whole point is to use up paper. So that is what we're going to do. I'm going to get these bad boys back into their place in my paper. Move that there. All right, so I have 3 pattern papers and this strip. So let's see what I can do. All right, guys, so I have pulled out these papers. We did that together. And now I am going to go ahead and figure some things out. Now, I was thinking that this was going to be a travel page and I was going to use that map print. However, ultimately, it's not really a travel page, even though the photo is a picture of my windshield, or like looking through my windshield. It's not really about the travel. Well, I mean, I guess it is. It's about my commute to work. So I am going to go ahead and kind of make like almost an 8.5 by 11 page that I'm going to put on a 12 by 12 page and like connect it all together. I think I actually cut this down to an 8 by 10 though. I don't remember the exact dimension. So I went ahead and cut that down, and this is going to go in the center of the page. And I particularly kept my photo on the left-hand side because I want it to kind of weigh it down over here on this side. My original plan was to weigh it heavy on the left, like when I mean by weigh it, like have a significant amount of the decoration and the embellishment on the left-hand side of the page. That was the original plan, and then my plan was to journal along on the right-hand side of the page where I had these big old gaps of white space. Didn't exactly end up that way, and that's okay. It's okay to go in a different direction. It's okay to end up doing something completely different, and you know, it's okay to celebrate it and not be disappointed that you made changes. You know, sometimes you see something in your head and you make the page and it doesn't turn out that way, and you've got a little bit of disappointment. My page did not come out the way I was thinking about, and I don't have disappointment about it because I still like the page the way it is. So I went ahead and fussy cut those mountains, and then I am just going to place it across the page here. Now, you might think that this is kind of lame, but I promise you there are mountains on the side, but since I took a photo straight through, you don't actually get to see it. I turned the other side of the mountains around, trim off the little like craggly bits, and then put that checkerboard underneath of it so that it would have more of a base than these mountains just kind of like floating in the middle of the page. And I swear, there are mountains on the side of me. My commute to work is, I think it's a pretty commute to work. When we first moved here to California, when we would drive on the road, I would be like, it's just so pretty. It's just so pretty. Because we kind of live in a valley, but the mountains on the side of us just are like, they're pretty. Even when, you know, the summer is in its high season and everything is brown, you know, amber waves of grain. Yeah, they're singing about the mountains here. So I just find it really pretty. Now, my plan was to kind of make this layout monochromatic, but I ended up using this Ready, Set, Go chipboard, and it has this red in it, and also this orange. So I am going to use these little banner pieces right here that are also chipboard. And then I go to the Echo Park coordinating sticker book, and I'm just looking for things to put down. I'm not exactly sure what I want to put down yet. So I am spinning my little spinny thing, and I decide, you know what, I need a real pop of red on this page. If I'm going to introduce this red color, I need to make sure like you are seeing it, like here it is. So I'm going to layer my washi tape up. I'm just going to put 2 down. What that's going to do is give me a nice dark washi tape. It's still going to be a little translucent where the white part of the washi tape is, but it gives you that solid line feel, which is what I'm kind of going for. So then I decide to pull the red sticker out of the sticker book and place it up at the top, and then I'm going to overlap it with this navy blue. So I just went from kind of like this greenish grayish type monochromatic look and just totally tossed that off to the side and started doing other things as well. So I'm still flipping through the sticker book because I'm thinking, you know, there's got to be some other things I can do here. So I decide to take this little banner sticker and kind of put it right next to the Ready, Set, Go. And you might have missed me, or I missed me doing this. That glitter tape there on the bottom, I just decided to really go for it and make this horizontal, this horizontal element across the page. I just wanted to bring it some weight and didn't want it to kind of I wanted it to look like it was there on purpose. And I definitely wanted that because, like I said, this was not the original way that I saw the layout going. Now, ultimately, I decide to go with this wood grain sticker, and it's kind of a thicker sticker, not like Thickers sticker, but a thicker sticker. And I thought it was going to have enough weight to kind of hold up and just be able to lay across the chipboard pieces, but it doesn't. It bends, so I'm going to use my foam rectangles here to go ahead and build this up so that the label has a place to lay. And it's going to be pretty flat. Like, it's not going to be absolutely perfectly flat, you guys, but it's going to be pretty flat. So I'm not worrying about that like whatsoever. Ultimately, I get enough on there so that it is covered, and I am happy with it. So, you know, I'm not worried about things. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not looking at this and being like, oh my word, what in the world am I doing? Like, what am I doing? But no, I'm kind of loving what I'm doing right now. Which is good. You should love what you're doing. Like, you should just love what you're doing, right? Like, what's the point of doing this if you're not enjoying it, if you're not having a good time? You should totally love what you're doing. So I am adjusting and making sure that everything is fitting. Now, I did kind of feel weird because I have this big old wood grain label here, but I don't really have a lot of wood grain on the page. I get over that though. I'm not going to worry about it. At first I thought this camera was going to layer up on the label sticker as well, but I don't really like it there, so the camera's going to come off and move, and then I end up liking where it is a whole lot better once I get it down up here, kind of layered over those stickers up at the top. Please don't feel like when you put something down, like once you put it down, that's the place where it's stuck. Like, don't think that, you know, you're not going to be able to move things around. There are certain times where it's going to be really hard. And then there are certain times where I just don't move things around. One of those is when I print photos at home, and then I'm going to go ahead and drop something sticky on that photo. I don't want to mess with that. So most of the time, if it gets stuck down because I'm on a photograph, I'm going to leave it. I might cover it up, but those are the kind of things where, you know, there are ways that you can adjust that, but I'm not worrying about it. But here, you know, pick things up. Try them out. Be a top-down scrapbooker. That should be like a challenge, a top-down scrapbooker challenge. I really don't know if that would translate well. But I am going to grab these little Rosie Studio puffy phrases and things that I think are appropriate. I'm going to go ahead and place down. So I put 3 over here on top of that wood label, and that kind of fills in all that kind of like big blank empty space that's just sitting there. I don't really, you know, want it to be there. And then I decide, you know what, I actually do need a little bit more wood grain on this layout. So I have these wooden, basically they're wooden enamel dots, and I'm going to place them around the layout. I'm going to splatter them about, and then I'm going to put the date on the little banner right here, and then I'm going to journal about how great my commute is and how beautiful it is. And the picture really doesn't do the justice. Like, it doesn't. Like, the sky was gorgeous that morning, and the picture just doesn't do it any justice. Like, you're probably looking at this photo like, yeah, Sandy, it's a cloudy sky. But I promise you, gorgeous. Promise. So I am just going to wrap up that little bit of journaling, and then I'm pretty sure this is where I'm going to call this page done. I don't think I'm going to be adding anything else to it. Nope, there it is. Thank you so much for joining me, you guys. Let me know if you have Heidi Swap in your stash. And if you're going to be using any of that product this week, I will see you guys again real soon for another video.